Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this edition of Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Canby. So, this one is not about our game against Everton. It is about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, something went absolutely mad on the socials today, especially on Twitter. Regarding news breaking out that he was going to leave Liverpool and go and sign for Real Madrid. So, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it from the onset, okay, about the fury, about the hysteria, about the fans having an opinion about it. I have an opinion, but I just want to go into some details and give you what I feel is going to be the scenario, both for the player, the club, and his suitor, which is Real Madrid. So, I don't normally drink during the week, but today I just thought I just needed one after looking at everything that went on today. So, cheers. Yeah, as I said, the hysteria, the fury on the socials today, well, it's been a bit pathetic, really. I am not bothered if Trent leaves Liverpool to go and play for Tranmere Rovers, Accrington Stanley, Real Madrid, Blackpool. I am not bothered about that. What I am bothered about is people jumping on the bandwagon when news was released today. There is no news about Trent signing for Real Madrid other than he's probably going to sign for them. Now, by that I mean Liverpool haven't mentioned anything, nothing coming from Trent himself or his party. And with Real Madrid, they are saying that things are very close. They have sent a contract offer to him and his management team, which I understand is his brother, to go and play for Real Madrid and with his friend Jude Bellingham on a 5-year deal worth £250,000 a week. And the 26-year-old will be there till he's 31. That is what the proposal is. That's what's been offered to him. He hasn't accepted it, as far as we know. Liverpool hoping, and that's the word, hoping, that they can make him stay at the club. Now, look, we have far bigger fish to fry this season, in that we're going to win the Premier League. So really our focus should be purely on that. But this is a distraction that is becoming a bit of a joke, because we've had an international break, 2-week break. The journos have nothing to write about. You know, honestly, international football is absolutely shite. So they have to think of stories to make and get a reaction. So it's got a reaction today. And as I said, I ain't arsed about him leaving. Honestly. Look, we're going to win the Premier League this season. Has Trent played a part in that? Yes, he has. But it's only a small part. There's players in that team that have had a bigger part to play in the Reds. going to get their 20th league title. Far more players than Trent himself. So, look, he's been at the club for 21 years. Okay. He's come through the ranks. He wants to leave. He wants to try something new. Good luck. You know, there's an old saying, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Trent will soon find out, if he does decide to go, that the Real Madrid supporters are not forgiving. He's only going to have 2 or 3 bad games. He's going to make a mistake and the handkerchiefs will come out. He'll have to deal with that. That's a mental side of football, and he will have to, deal with it and just move on with his game. So, there's still a possibility that he might change his mind and stay and become a captain one day for Liverpool Football Club. He can carry on winning things at Liverpool Football Club. But do I think he's been advised correctly? No, I don't. I think he's been badly advised, and only time will tell whether he made the right decision or not for him to leave the club. People said to me, well, he's going to tarnish his legacy. Legacy, if you look it up in the dictionary, means 2 things. Someone that's been left money or a property, in a will, that's a small legacy. Or the other thing is, look, they've had a long standing impact on particular actions that they have been involved in that took place in the past of a person's life. So, legacy. He's won everything at Liverpool at a very young age. He did it under the stewardship of Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp made him vice-captain. Maybe he made him vice-captain because he probably knew that he's going to be leaving. He's not going to renew his contract. Heard somebody today that Liverpool had offered him multiple contracts over a 12-month period, and he's rebuffed them all. I don't know whether that's true. I have no idea, because you don't get anything from Liverpool Football Club. You don't get anything from Trent's party. All you get to hear is what Real Madrid are putting out in the to their journos and whatever. We shouldn't be bothered that Trent is going. Let him go. Let him try other things if that's what he wants to do. I just think, I'm not so sure if Trent's going to play in the next 9 games that are left, because we don't know how long he's going to be out with this injury that he's got. Plus also, I mean, the lad's played over 300 games. I think he might be coming up to his 350th game. And I think that might have been the next league game at Everton. Sorry, against Everton. So, all I'm saying is, let's not lose our shit over it. Players come and go. Yes, he's a Scouser, and he's had the ultimate dream. He's had my dream. I wish I could have played for Liverpool, but I couldn't. I wish you could have played for Liverpool, but you couldn't. He's lived his dream, and he wants to try something new. Good luck to him. 20 years ago, or maybe 25 years ago, I would have been the one. It's a good job socials weren't here as big as what they are now. I would have been the one saying, give me the keys, I'll drive him to the airport, I'll do this and I'll do that. When you become older, you become wiser, and that's what I am. What I'm looking forward to is, if he does go, who's going to replace him? Conor Bradley, obviously he's there, but we've got to look at the bigger picture. If he goes out of the three, I've no problem with that. The problem only comes when all three go, because we would then have to be looking at least 6, maybe 7 faces coming in. And even with those faces that were coming in, and those 3 had gone, what happens is that you have experienced players in the squad. They welcome you into their arms. They tell you what the club's like, the fan base. They tell you what it's like at training, what foods they're eating, what the gaffer expects from you. If we lost those 3 players, there's nobody of experience other than Ali, maybe Robbo, that can tell you about the club. So this summer is going to be massive in terms of transfers. And this is my point about the contracts as well. You cannot blame the players for not wanting to sign. You have to look at the ownership, the sort of like way that they do business with players' contracts. Edwards and Hughes have been sat at the desks. They might have been doing their due diligence on other players that might need to be replaced, especially at right back. We need a left back. Is Ibu going to sign his contract? Is Ali going to sign an extension? Are we going to let them run their contracts down? In Ibu's case, it'll be this time next year. He might have been thinking about joining another club. Are we going to sell him in the summer? So you're looking at a centre half. We haven't got an out and out number 6 that this team needs because of the amount of number of games that we're going to play. You're going to be looking at possibly 3 of our forward line going in. Núñez, Diaz to Barcelona. He's 28. Núñez. There's talk about Saudi Arabia. I don't think he'll go there personally. Will we get our money back from him? I don't think we would. Mo could be off to PSG. Verge could be off to PSG. So all these rumours that are circulating, I haven't got a Scooby, and neither has anybody else. And that's why you shouldn't listen to the ITK account. You shouldn't listen to people who say, I've read this and I've read that. This is what he's put out. And this is, look, we haven't got a Scooby-Doo. So we should just all relax. We should be enjoying this part of the season. We have 9 games to go. You know, we're going to win the Premier League. Apparently, some pundits are saying it's the worst Premier League in living memory. I'm not arsed about that. Do you know why? Because Liverpool are on top. If Liverpool weren't on top, if it was City or Arsenal, it would be the best league in the world. Oh, look how they're playing. Look at. It's probably the worst in those pundits because it's Liverpool. And it's like the likes of Notts Forest who are in there, in the mix. It's the likes of Brighton who are in there. Other teams as well that are not fashionable for the pundits. So they have to talk about something. Liverpool Football Club will always be in the heads of pundits, of opposition supporters. But I tell you what, I would not want to support anybody else. No way would I want to support anybody else. I love my club, okay? That's why we have the bird on my chest. We have the best songs, we have the best supporters, and that's how it should be. You know, that's how it should be. I understand some of you are annoyed, you know, but he's giving us nothing. You know, he's going away on a free. Yes, he is. But you know what? That's not his fault. That's the fault of Liverpool Football Club letting this come to this stage with not just him, but 2 other players. And don't forget, down the line, it's going to be another 2, possibly another 3 players who are going to be in the same boat. So, my message is, don't worry about Trent. He is placeable. He is, he's done what he can for us. He's reached his end of the career with Liverpool if he decides to go. But if he signs the contract, you know, that'd be fantastic. That'd be great. You know, we can get another 4 or 5 years out of him. And the status quo will be the same. So, yeah. But look, guys, let's not lose our shit if he goes. You know, some people will thank him, others won't, but that's the nature of their opinions. And football divides opinions. That's why we love the game so much. That's why we love our club so much. You know, we're just like any other supporters. We will protect the club when we have to, and we'll criticise the club when we have to. We will protect the players when we have to, and we will criticise the players when we have to. That's what it means to be a football fan. It's about opinions, okay? And that's what it is. So, I didn't really want to do this video, but all the negativity, can't even say the word, today, it just riled me a bit. And we just need to calm down and just take a breath or two. We've got a massive game coming against Everton, which I've got lucky enough to have a ticket for, and I'm going to that, and I'm looking forward to that game because it's the first game back after the shite international break, and we owe them one. So that's enough from me. If you like this video, please give me a like. Okay, please send me your opinion. Have I got it all wrong? Am I being too nice? I don't think I am. I'm just giving you what my thoughts on it and how I think we should really treat this sorry saga, because that's what it's become. Yeah, so I was saying, please give me a like, please share the video, please leave a comment. If you're new to watching this video, Up the Reds TV, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 100 subscribers before the season's out. And on that note, I'm going to say cheers and up the Reds.